Hello everybody, I'm Duke James. This is Brazil now. Alright, so I mentioned at the end of part 2 that I was not going to film Brazil for a while, so I haven't filmed this, I haven't recorded this in like 2 weeks I think, so I recorded a bunch of Portugal. I'm very far ahead on Portugal. So I'm going to release Portugal, and then as I get these parts, I'll release Brazil. So it'll probably look like 60% Portugal, maybe 70%, especially since Brazil in the next 30-40 years is probably going to be a lot of colonizing. I'm not really going to be able to do anything with 3 or 4 troops, so it's going to be like filling in this territory and building up my country for a good bit of time. So parts will probably be sparse, so it'll be Portugal mixed in with, or Brazil mixed in with Portugal. So with that in mind, I have about 293 diplomatic power, so the sooner I get these provinces, I think the better it is for my country. Granted, I'm going to run into the same problems as in my Portugal campaign. Maybe that hasn't happened yet, but I am having problems with average autonomy. So the average autonomy of Brazil is going to be above 65 like Portugal. I moved my capital up here. I suppose for the good news is that there is a lot of coastal provinces. These are all coastal provinces, so they should be able to. I should be able to get the CE down with like a capital over here, and some harborages and pathing all along here. There is a map mode for river system, which is this. There's no rivers here. I think there's a river system down here that I think goes up. There's a river down here, and then there's the Amazon, which goes this way and then down this way. So that's why my capital is over here at the mouth of the Amazon. That'll help reduce CE over here. I just got to build a harborage somewhere down there and a harborage down here, and then should come quickly. You'll be able to penetrate down here pretty nicely. Now the nobility, which don't even exist in Brazil, they're freeholders. Since they're so weak, they shouldn't add much in terms of autonomy. The autonomy of my country is 1.411, according to this. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of 50% autonomy and 65% autonomy, but that's a good baseline, I suppose, 1.411. Interestingly, the greatest source of corruption in my country is from the landlords. And the grain dole is 64 ducats. I've seen some of this for the first time in a couple weeks, so if I mention something that it's already been mentioned, that is why. Yeah, they're adding a lot of corruption, actually, despite not having much. They have none of these extensive obligations, landlord dues and services. That is adding a little bit of corruption. That's adding state corruption, and then there's 20% autonomy with that. Yeah, they really don't have much. I don't have to do these reforms, so it's really just this stuff down here. Fortunately, I've mentioned this in the past, I can't give them anything, so probably actually try to down in order to be able to improve the relation in order to revoke some of this stuff. Fortunately, I can reduce this. I just need an aristocrat advisor. And then that'll increase the landlord's relations by +5, which should be, I think, like 40 to 50% loyalty. So just with this alone, hopefully that unlocks some of the supports that I can give them. I can feed them, and then I should be able to take care of one of these just with that alone. Yeah, it's gonna be... I'm gonna have to centralize. It's gonna take a little bit of time. It's gonna take a while to centralize. I'm increasing by 0.7% state reach per year. So I think I'm gonna colonize along the Amazon, so this way and this way. And then I'm gonna try to stay semi-close to the coast to try and reduce autonomy, keep autonomy low, but these provinces right here are all next to the capital, so I'll go ahead and grab all 4 of those provinces. And that one. That should be a bunch of people added to my country. 2 transport ships and a heavy ship. 4 caravels up there. Just built an additional galleon. So I have 3 galleons, 4 trade ships. I think I'm gonna delete the transport ships. Might even try to sell them to somebody. Hey, England, you want to buy my transport ship? England is in debt, negative 2100. Alright, they're not gonna buy. Don't like the idea of, I don't think these guys would, yeah, Portugal's not gonna buy it. Price plus 50, hostile attitude towards Brazil, alright. Flanders, you wanna buy a ship? We're at war. I definitely want to get rid of these ships, so I'm going to delete them. I'll bring them over here. Maybe one of the African powers will want to buy them. Otherwise, I'll just delete them to save the maintenance. Currently building up the capital, getting amenities. How many people live here? There are 6,800 residents, growing by 133. A little bit are dying. Once I get amenities rank 1, that should help out. Peasantry are growing by about 500. 430 people migrating into that province. I do need an aristocrat advisor. For this. What does this actually do? Not what I want. I want, this. Okay, right now that gives 15% rural productivity, so that's gonna hurt to get rid of that. This one also gives rural productivity, so that's plus 25%. Unfortunately, this gets rid of that entirely. But what I could do is go down to this. Hopefully I'm able to feed them stuff, and then I'll eventually go back to freeholding 6. I think if I go down to gentry and I'm not able to feed them stuff, I might actually just I might test that first. I want to make sure I'm able to actually do stuff with that, otherwise I'll just leave 6. Alright, so I tested it out, it should be fine. I get access to a couple of things. Interestingly, this says rural production is only 3%, so I'm not sure if that actually doesn't happen. This stuff. Because it says this is supposed to be plus 10 rural production, this is 15 rural production, so I might not even get that. Might be, might say I get it, but then don't actually get it. Essentially, I need a aristocrat advisor, so I'll grab that guy. I need my stability to be above 1, otherwise everybody's gonna get mad at me, so I'm gonna do temporary tax relief. I was moving my merchant from I think I moved my merchant from here, because the Guinea coast... These nodes are dominated by Portugal, and Portugal hates me, so I'm not really going to be able to trade in any of those nodes. I think I moved it from South Africa, actually. So I think I'm going to just put a merchant in my home node. That should give me a little bit more ducats. I don't think I'm going to be able to trade with those nodes anyway. That's an additional 0.35 ducats. I am over my naval force limit. I'm gonna try to sell these two ships. Say these two provinces. Wanna buy a ship? Wanna buy a ship? Oh my god, they'll pay 20 ducats to buy a ship, really? It's not a particularly good ship. And I have to wait 37 days. Because I have one diplomat. I have an additional idea slot. I think I might grab admin just for that monthly autonomy change. If I paired admin with logistics, it would give me another 0.05 monthly autonomy change if I use their policy, but logistics is kind of... Logistics is just like a mishmash of different stuff. I feel like this doesn't really... It does reduce pathing infrastructure costs and harborage infrastructure costs. So does global domain. Global domain gets you a little bit more with ship trade power and diplomats, stuff like that. Okay, I have 2 leaders. Otherwise I would get an admiral. Let's see. Those ships add 25 trade power. I'm not sure what that actually gets me. I'm wondering if I should sell some of these ships so I can reduce my fleet maintenance. I can mothball these. They would drop to 25% though. If I get attacked by Portugal, I don't think that's enough time to actually get them up. Fight Portugal, who has nine heavies. They wouldn't bring all of those against me, I imagine. Probably be bringing a lot of transports. But with only 3, if I had like 10, and I'd mothball half of them. Standing army ideas can get 1 national unrest. I think I'd rather take Tech 25. So we're losing a ducat. That's actually because of the rain. I think what I'm doing is I'm paying for the nomads to not die. Which is alright. Giving them time to... Bureaucratic expansion ended, aristocratic pact did as well. So... Okay, I aligned the cabinet with the aristocrats. That costs 1 stability every time I want to do that, so I don't think this is something that I could do. It also makes everybody else in the country mad. So that's nothing, that's not really something that I can spam. Alright, so I have to get to 1 stability and then I'll drop this. And I should be able to do a couple of supports to get rid of some of this stuff, which is really not that much, but I want to get rid of especially this, adding 20% autonomy from landlord power. This keeps a diplomat away from me. That adds 0.5 yearly corruption. Then I might as well remove these two while I'm at it. The autonomy, actually. See, there's really not that much. The aristocrats own the... They run the country, so they add plus 0.05. Those reforms, one of which requires 80 state reach, and the other two require 50 and 60% average autonomy. Then city, so there's a base 1.65. The elites add a staggering 0.07, and then MNA heat 0.90. I'm actually not sure what that is, but that adds 0.25, which is actually a lot. The autonomy actually here is decreasing 0.442. It's actually not that bad. It's decreasing a little bit in that province. This is kind of confusing to look at because the colonies have lower, which makes this area look a little bit better than it actually is. Economy doesn't even show up on the that view. Maybe I should just, yeah, okay, so I can definitely try to make the bureaucrats take over the country, but that's not going to happen. State rate up. Hey, does anybody want to buy that ship? You want to buy that ship again? Wow, I sold those 2 ships for 40 ducats. They only cost 15. I didn't build those, of course, but I can make 5 ducats. Like it's my Ireland campaign all over again, selling ships, and my Fez campaign. I believe I did that in my Fez campaign. Almost get a merchant from Brazil, West Indies. This one province. Okay, I promote my investments. I can get that merchant, I'll stick him over here actually. It does give me a merchant. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and put him there. For the low cost of plus 0.05 yearly inflation. Not that low, but... Alright, this guy's exploring stuff. I'm gonna try to put a harbor in every sea zone. So I have a harbor over here. I'm just gonna skip this sea zone because there's nothing over there. So I'll put a harbor in one of these 2 provinces, preferably with a natural location. Minor. Alright, this province. Which would a harbor rank 1? 154 ducats. I'll build a couple harbors, get those going. Then this is the only province with a location, natural location, so I'll build one here. There's already one right here. It was my old capital. It's actually building a harbor rank 2. Salvador. That's like 150 ducats, I'll build it. Alright, yeah, I don't want to build too much, and then... Obviously, I'll build one in my capital once amenities is done. much would a road cost here? Jesus, 500 ducats. I'll pass on that for now. Is that like every province costs that? What is build? Okay, I'm building. Yeah, I'm building the thing that I was built right there, Harborage. What's pathing here? That's a little bit better than 500 ducats, 300 ducats. But pathing looks to be pretty expensive. Okay, I was wondering if that was the dead province. No, this is the dead province. This province I'm not going to do anything with. It's unfortunate, because it is a coastal province. This province cannot increase its peasantry. Cannot have anything here. It's the internal calculations in this province are screwed up. It's unfortunate, but it's only one province. One province there and then one province up here. Now, if there's... that's because colonial nations will somehow, when they're formed, they will immediately colonize. And I think their ideas actually change and they lose the ability to put out that colonist, so it deletes the colonist, and there's no way for people to actually, for the player to leave colonies. You cannot abandon colonies because it will mess up the internal calculations. I might have explained that in the past couple of parts, but I've done a lot of Portugal parts, so I'm not sure. I probably did. Never bad to repeat information. I build another harbor actually, so one is actually down here. How much would 2 harbors there cost? That's pathing. Harbor. Okay, those 2 harbors would cost 321 ducats. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to burn through 900 ducats. I am losing money, but I'm only losing 2 ducats per month, so... Then let's see. At some map modes, so I want to do a little bit of investing, like 50 ducats, so I don't overinvest. My best bet is probably food, so let's look at the potential farmland. Alright, it's green pretty much everywhere. Yeah, I don't think I could go wrong investing anywhere. So, in that case, I might as well put some investment into my capital. I'm going to try to invest in the mouth of the Amazon. And generally around my capital, so... invest there and there. Then I'll invest 10 ducats forestry there. I don't think I have any gold, which makes sense because gold was discovered in the interior. But I don't expect to see any gold, really. There's one province that has... province over here has a special food good. I think it was cola. No, cocoa. Okay, that province is cocoa. Provinces do have metal, so that's nice. Put 10 ducats into the metal provinces. Into the, yeah, the 2 provinces with metal right there. And build those. And this province has cocoa. Should be good moneymaker, plus 84% profitability, so I'll put 10 ducats into the farmlands there. I'd actually do a diplomatic idea, either free trade or mercantilism. Not sure. What's our ideas? Not sure if I went over our idea. They're a lot less as good as Portugal. So I'll just quickly go over this because I'm not sure if I did it before. A little bit of fort defense, provincial trade power modifier, and province war score cost reduction, infantry cost reduction, infantry combat ability plus 5%, some yearly prestige, yearly republican tradition, missionary strength tolerance of heretics, advisor cost, and reduction. All right. Okay, I do have one stability, so I'm going to go ahead and decrease this. Wait, what? What happened there? Okay, nothing happened there. I think I hit this. Let's get rid of the scrolling thing. Get out of here. Gotta hit that one spot in the corner. Okay, so plus 40 gentry loyalty, 3 hierarchy, 60 relations between the aristocrats and the state. Lose a little bit of republican tradition. We lose 1 stability. I think because I'm a republic, I'm not going to be able to do the thing that decreases your legitimacy. Getting rid of a relative. I think that's locked out. But let's go ahead and do this. That should get them to like 87%, because I think it was plus 40, so I will get rid. It's 20% from gentry power. Diplomat would be nice. This reduces yearly corruption. They can't do any of these reforms yet. Yeah, I don't have the state region, so it also adds yearly corruption. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. -40, so that gets rid of all of the gentry loyalty and pretty much most of the relations. And then what I can do is overlook tenant abuse. I can spam that every 10 years. All the tenants in our country are at 100% freedom, so I don't think that'll reduce it. Will reduce their freedom, and if it does, it shouldn't reduce it by that much. I'll spam that, and then so it unlocks that. Tenant abuse, and then promote lesser gentry. So this would increase stability, increase interval, plus 40%, -1 yearly prestige, 10 relations between the aristocrats and the state, -25% progress towards stability. They would gain 1% power per year for the next 10 years, so 10% power. They would get plus 20 gentry loyalty. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's definitely something that I'll do in the future. I could also go ahead and do one of these gentry service or gentry dues. Probably the gentry. This would increase mana cost for gentry dues. In exchange, I would get plus 20 gentry loyalty, 25 relations, and -10 bureaucracy corruption, so I don't think that's that horrible. Probably don't make much money from them anyway, so I make nothing now because I'm doing taxes. I think that's something that I'll do in the future. They only have 5 things left that I can revoke down here, and then this one. So they really don't have that much. Now, these are also going to reduce their opinion of me. I'll probably get rid of this stuff. Probably focus on the autonomy stuff next. And then there's those 2 things that I can do. That would add plus 40, so I think that would get rid of this one. Yeah, because that also costs 40 loyalty, so those 2 things that I can do would get rid of that. Reduce them. I'm not going to do the power thing now because I want to expand the bureaucracy. There's a little bit of state corruption, bureaucracy corruption, negative 50% progress towards stability. Plus 15 relations between the bureaucrats and the state in exchange for 0.5% yearly state reach. I'm gonna have to constantly be doing that. Get the state reach up. So yeah, as I film these parts, I will release them. So if I don't release anything, it's because, well, it's most likely because I don't have anything done. And I record every other day, just about except the week. So I record about 3 times a week. Yeah, that's my plan. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Goodbye.